Coming up on today's Families Matter Most podcast.
If you're feeling exhausted, overwhelmed, if you're thinking, man, I can't handle one more thing in my life, you're probably close to burnout. I don't want to be the one to tell you this, but you need to make some changes. And I want that for you. You want that for you. And your family wants that for you.
Every time Jen Dean speaks, I can see hope, knowledge, expertise, wisdom, and love.
When Jen Dean speaks about parenting, we make sure that we are there to listen because we know we will get valuable advice.
Families Matter Most with Jen Dean.
She doesn't just give skills for us to be better parents, but she teaches us how to reach our children's hearts. And at the end of the day, that's what truly matters.
Welcome to the Families Matter Most podcast. I'm Jen Dean, and today we are going to talk about overwhelm and exhaustion. I know. Are you there? Do you feel defeated, low? Is everything hard in your life right now? You're exhausted, you're tired all the time, you're defeated, you're overwhelmed. If I were to say the words burnout to you, would you say, I wonder sometimes I'm getting close. I think I'm getting close to that elusive burnout that people talk about. I feel like maybe I'm there. Or here's another way to know if you are towing the line. If you're on the edge of the cliff, let me ask you this. Could you handle one more thing? One more thing. And I don't know what that could be, but what if there was one more thing in your life? Do you feel like, okay, I could make room for that. I could find space for that. Or do you feel like, nope, that would put me right over the edge. I would be a wreck. There is no room for not even one more thing in my life. That's a good sign that we have a problem. We have a problem. And I'm saying this to you as someone who struggles with this. I don't have everything all together, but I've tried a lot of things and I've made a ton of progress. I could not be doing what I'm doing today if I was still struggling, deep in the mires of burnout. So please, let's have an honest kind of reflection today. I want to give you 3 big buckets that you can think about. Now, please do not think you have to change your life and this is more work and this is going to be that one more thing now that you have to think about. No. I want you to pick one of the buckets. And then I want you to pick one little baby step that you can do inside one of these buckets. I want you to do this one baby step at a time. Okay? Deal? This is not going to be more to overwhelm you. This is supposed to help you. This is going to give you more energy. It's going to give you that little bit of buffer, that little bit of space in your life so that you can make the next little baby step. So you can start climbing out of this pit of despair that you find yourself in. I get to help families and parents every day on the logistical issues of running a family, of time management, of running a business, career, and then also your home. I get to help parents reach the hearts of their kids because I know you love your kids. But sometimes we don't really like them. Can we be honest? I mean, we love our babies. We love them to pieces, but sometimes we just don't want to be around them. And they drive us crazy. And their behavior is annoying. And they don't listen. And they fight with their brothers and sisters. I help with all of those things. I am in a unique position with my skill set that I get to be a family coach. Truly, I get to help with the parenting stuff, but I also get to help you take care of you. Whatever that is, whether it's health, whether it's thoughts, taking thoughts captive. If you feel like, man, I'm super negative and critical, I wish I was more positive, I can help with that. Today, I want to talk about some of the logistical issues in terms of feeling overwhelmed, stressed out, defeated, tired. I'm sad all the time. I'm miserable. I want to talk about 3 big buckets that really have made a difference in my life, in the clients, and studies have backed this up. These have been proven to be effective. So again, pick one. This is not to be overwhelming. Pick one. The first one is loneliness. Loneliness, it is disconnection. We want community, but sometimes we feel like, as parents, we pour everything we have and there's just nothing left. Have you been there? You know what I mean, right? You pour out to your kids, you pour out in your home, in your marriage, in your volunteer, in your service. You pour out in your career, and there's just nothing left. You just want to go home, sit in on a couch and stare at a wall. I've been there and I get it. And that could feel good for a while. For a while, it can feel good until you find yourself in a place where you feel alone. And it's happened to all of us. But it's lonely. It's lonely. And there's a time when we feel like, wait a minute, I feel alone. I feel isolated. I'm disconnected. The problem is, by the time we get there, we're so tired and exhausted and isolated that it's really hard to reach out. So what do? You know this. I know this. We go to our phones. We go to social media. We go to Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, and we look for entertainment, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but we also look for community there. We look for connection there, and it's false. Social media is not going to provide us with the connection that we need. It will give us entertainment, and sometimes, you know what, if it's a funny meme or sure, I'm all for it. I'm on social media. It's fun. I get it. But we can't go there looking for true connection. So next time you find yourself picking up that phone or going to your computer, I want you to ask yourself, do I need entertainment right now? Is that what I'm looking for? Or do I need connection? And if the answer is connection, I want you to reach out to someone. Set up a coffee date, even texting someone and saying, hey, can we plan a coffee date? Even if it's in days from now, I promise you, just having that in the calendar will help to boost your mood just a little bit. It will help you to feel like I have somebody in my corner. Reaching out to someone and say, hey, can I call you? Or picking up the phone and calling that person and say, hey, I'm thinking about you. How are you doing? That can build true connection. And if you say, Jen, you know what? I think I am lonely. I think I do feel isolated. I feel like I'm alone in the world a lot of the time. And it's just me with the kids in the day-to-day, in the daily grind. And I feel pretty isolated. If that's you, then can we just say by default, you need to plan some intentional connection time in your calendar. So take a look at your calendar and get creative. I know people who have planned their connection time at Costco. They'll say, hey, you know what? Let's go and get our groceries together because why not? We're going to be there anyway. We can have a visit, maybe bring a coffee. We can connect while we're doing something else. Now, ideally, I would love if you could go sit at Starbucks and have some time just for you. But if need be, like I said, get super creative. Find something. Maybe if you have errands to do and your friend has errands to do, pick them up, pack all the kids in the car seats in one minivan and just spend the day driving around. You're going to have to do it anyway. You might as well try and find some connection at the same time. You'll be shocked at how rewarding that can actually be. So loneliness, ask yourself, do I need entertainment or do I actually need connection? Loneliness has been proven to make us feel exhausted, overwhelmed. Everything is harder when we feel alone. So loneliness is a real thing. And I want you to consider if that's the bucket you need to spend some time on first. Bucket number 2 is exhaustion. It's truly, are you tired? When's the last time you got a good sleep? I'm not even joking. I mean, if you've got kids, there's a possibility that you have not had a full night of sleep in years. There is a legitimate, possibility that it has been a decade since you have had a really, really good night's sleep. Studies have proven that so many of the things that plague us could be improved just by rest. I mean, we know that on a cellular level, things are happening when we rest. We know that. But even mood-wise, our mood is better when we have more sleep. I know for me, I can't even go 2 days. I'm already cranky. I don't have the patience. My thoughts just tank. My thoughts are all negative. When I'm tired, my world is awful. I hate my life. My kids don't listen. My house is awful. My marriage sucks. I should quit my job. What am I even doing? I'm no good at anything. And it sounds ridiculous, but I'm not even joking. I can't make decisions. I can't let myself think too much when I'm really tired. I have to just tell myself, look, I'm tired. The world is dreary right now, but if I can just get a good night's sleep, the sky will open up, the sun will shine again, and then I can make the decisions. I do not get into decisions about my career, my kids, money, my marriage. I do not make decisions when I'm tired. And that's just on a night or two. When's the last time you had a good night's sleep? It's probably been a long time. My prescription, though, you know I'm no doctor, but if I could say this to you lovingly, friend, what do you need to do to get a good night's sleep? Who do you need to talk to? Do you need to talk to your partner and say, hey, look, Jen said that this would make a difference in my life and I need to try this out. So when can we set this up? Where do I have to sleep? Do I have to kick you out of the room? Will you sleep in a kid's room and we move a kid onto the floor or the air mattress or something? What can we do so that I can get a good night's sleep? Because it is really possible that these things that I'm struggling with would be so much better if I could just get some sleep. Maybe this is the bucket. As I'm sharing this with you, do you feel like, well, yeah, I don't think I've had a good night's sleep in ages? Maybe this is where you start. Look at rest. Look at your rest. I promise you it makes a difference in every area when I am tired. And studies have proven if you don't get enough sleep, you will eat more, you will eat badly, you will make poorer decisions, you will eat sugar and deep fry and calories because you're tired and your body wants to give you energy any way it can. And if it sees Skittles at the store, it's going to say, hey, look, there's some sugar. That gives you energy. Eat those. Eat all of them. Eat that whole plate of brownies. Eat more because your brain's trying to help you. I know this to be true in my own life. I am certain it's true for yours. Maybe this is your bucket. Maybe this is it. Is rest the bucket you need to work on? Are you exhausted? Hey there, do you follow me on social? I hope so. Do you follow Families Matter Most on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, and even on YouTube? I hope so. I'm trying to get some encouragement, some support to as many parents as I can. I want to encourage families and help parents reach the hearts of their kids. Do me a favor, head over to those things if you use them. Find Families Matter Most and give it a like and give it whatever, hit the bell, notification, subscribe. I don't even know. Just do all the things. And then, since I'm already asking you for favors, will you share? Will you tell somebody? Send them a screenshot or send a text message saying, hey, Families Matter Most is okay. It's pretty cool. I like Jen. And guess what? She's on YouTube and you should have a listen to this. Or here's a free podcast. Here's a tool that you might find helpful in your own home. If you would do any of those things, I would be so, so grateful. Thanks so much. The third bucket is stress. Stress. Are you stressed out? Do you feel like there is an anvil that's like pressing on your chest all the time? When's the last time you took a deep breath? Let's all do that right now. Just look at your posture before you take a breath. Are you all hunched over? Are your shoulders creeped up near your ears? Are you stressed? Is your chest really tight? Is your throat constricted? Is your jaw feeling super stiff and tight? Where is the stress in your body? We all carry it physically and it messes with our posture. It messes with our breathing. Let's all take a minute and take a breath right now. Deep breath in. Hold it in for a second. Shoulders down and let it out. Drop those shoulders. What a difference, hey? Are you stressed? We all carry our stress physically as well as, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. We carry those things with us all the time. Do you notice even my voice has changed since I did that exercise? That's fascinating. So as I took the breath in, dropped my shoulders, released it, my voice feels more relaxed. Maybe this is my bucket. So stress is a bucket. And if we could just find ways to deal with stress in our life, I think we would all be better off. One of the problems we make for ourselves is that we try to just avoid problems. We try to control everything. We try to predict everything. We get in front of everything. We tell ourselves, if I can, prepare for every contingency, which is why we worry so much, because we think that it's actually helping us to prepare, which it's not. Worrying does nothing. But we tell ourselves that if we can think about every, possible thing that could go wrong and we could prepare for those situations, then it won't be a surprise to us and we can avoid a stressful situation. But what if that's not the answer? What if the answer isn't avoiding issues? What if the solution is to deal with them? Deal with the issues. What if that's the solution? We can't avoid it. We've got kids. There's no way we can avoid all the potential issues, because your kids are going to come home and they're going to tell you something wild, or you're going to get a call from a teacher or another parent or a friend or a relative or the police. You're going to get a call from somebody. So everyone, let's pause for a moment and let's practice our shocked face. So this will happen. Something will happen, and you know what? Another parent in your kid's class is going to tell you, you know what? Your kid stole something from my house. Something is going to happen. Now, everyone, let's practice our surprise look. So calm, take a breath, and you're going to say, okay, tell me more. That's what you're going to say. It's just going to give you a couple of seconds. Tell me more. Tell me more. And you're going to practice calm face, calm voice, and calm body. We all are going to have stresses in our life. That's inevitable. But what if we could deal with them better? And I would say probably the best way is to practice something, either a spiritual thing and or a physical exercise thing. Now, both are great, but depending on you and your beliefs and what you enjoy, can you pick one? Either the spiritual side, and that could be, for lots of people, it's meditation. For lots of people, it's spiritual books like the Bible or something else that you enjoy. It could be Proverbs. It could be yoga. It could like something calming, spiritual, reflective, journaling, something like that you could do that would help to relieve stress. And it's been proven in every possible way that it does help. So pick something you enjoy. Spend some time doing that. If you're honest, do you do that? Do you spend any time doing that? I'm guessing not. Not enough anyway. Not enough. Most of us wait until we're already so overwhelmed and stressed out, and then we try to do it. But what if you got in front of it? What if you just made it a part of your life? Instead of waiting for the world to fall apart, what if you made it a practice, like every day or every week or something that you did regularly to deal with the stress, not just try to avoid it for as long as you can and then recognize that you're a mess and you need this thing and then you do it, right? You see what I mean? It becomes a bit of a roller coaster. Get in front of it, create some kind of practice. And again, this is baby steps. So pick something that you feel good about. Maybe it's once a week to start. Maybe it's 1 minute a day. Put an alarm in your calendar. Put something on your phone. 1 minute every day at 8:30. You're going to take some deep breaths. You're going to say a prayer. You're going to do, a meditative practice, something for 1 minute a day. Is that a place you could start? And then maybe you could add and make it 2 minutes or 5 minutes. Whatever it is that will work for you, make it easy enough that you will actually do it. That's the key. Another option, and this one is also super effective, is exercise. Physical movement is huge for boosting mood, for dealing with stress, for actually, dealing with the stress that's in your body so you're not carrying it anymore. It helps with posture. It helps with breathing. And we already saw, you heard the difference in my voice. You heard the difference in my voice pre and post the breathing exercise. Breathing matters. It's important. Exercise, in fact, has been found to be just as effective for treating symptoms of depression, just as effective as prescription medications and talk therapy in a 2013 review, a study that was done. So that was fascinating to me. Of course, I'm not a doctor. I can't claim anything medical. But what if that could make such a difference in your life? And I don't want you to do something crazy like P90X or some, hardcore whatever. I'm going to completely change my life and spend 2 hours in the gym, because let's be honest, it's probably not reasonable. It's not something you can sustain. You can't maintain that. I can't maintain that. So let's think about something you can do. What is some kind of physical movement that you would be excited to do. So it needs to be something you enjoy, first of all. For lots of people, a great place to start is walking. There are so many benefits to walking, and we discount it. We tell ourselves it's not enough. We need to do more. We need to work harder. We want more results quicker. But what if you think of exercise completely in terms of stress reliever? What feels good to you? What feels like a really good stress reliever? Maybe it's going for a walk and adding in a couple of quick little sprints or speed walking, or jogs, or maybe it's going on a walk and then doing some push-ups and crunches after, or maybe it's that class that you love. Maybe you love Zumba. Then that is your thing. It needs to be something you will look forward to. And for some people, they hate exercise. They hate the idea of going to a gym. They hate the idea of picking up a weight. Could you listen to a podcast you enjoy? Could you get an audiobook and go for a walk? I think the answer is yes. You could find something to listen to, someone to talk to, a partner to walk with. Hey, if you had someone to walk with, that would be 2 buckets, right? That would be the movement one and the connection one. That would be like double duty. So maybe that's the solution for you. Maybe that's the bucket that you want to work on. I don't want you to think of exercise as my weight loss thing. I want you to think of exercise as stress release. So what would really help to release some stress in your life? It has to be something you enjoy. It has to be something you can maintain and do week after week. And it has to be something that you look forward to. Which bucket? Remember the first one was loneliness. The second one was exhaustion. And the third one was stress. Which is your bucket? Which is the one that you're going to just a little bit of progress in? Just one little step, baby step this thing. If you're feeling exhausted, overwhelmed, if you're thinking, man, I can't handle one more thing in my life, you're probably close to burnout. I don't want to be the one to tell you this, but you need to make some changes. And I want that for you. You want that for you. And your family wants that for you. We want you to live a life that feels good. We want you to show up for the people you care about. I want you to have energy for the things that matter most in your life. I know you love your family, but I need you to also take care of you. If you've been pouring out everything you have to everybody else in your life and there's nothing left for you, reach out. Do you know that I offer free strategy calls? Do you know that you can book a free call with me, a short call, and I can get you started. I can at least give you something that can get you going on the right path. And then we can decide, you know what, is private coaching an option? Do we want family coaching? Do we need the super nanny coaching where I come in and we do kind of a reboot for the whole family? And if it's the right time, great. And if not, you can file it away for later. But I'd love to connect with you. So I'm going to share a link to the strategy call, or you can go to my website, familiesmattermost.com, book a free strategy call. I can't wait to chat with you. I'm cheering for you. Please reach out. Let me know. Let me know how it's going. Which bucket are you going to work on first? Take care, guys.
Families Matter Most with Jen Dean, part of the Saskatchewan Podcast Network.